Hi there, my name is Eunice Migwi and I'm the founder of Her Legacy Consulting. Welcome to this little corner of my world where I talk about taxes. And yeah, I've had it enough times when people ask, really, taxes? What are you talking about? But I know it's not anyone's favorite topic, but I promise you I'm going to make it smoother and more fun and educational at the same time. So welcome to this space of mine, which is the Legacy Tax Hub. And I'll be bringing you tips, ones, and just talk about every single thing that's going on with regards to taxes. And today I'm coming with this amazing thing that's the Tax Amnesty 2.0. And yes, it's 2.0 because Tax Amnesty is back. If you missed out on the last time of Tax Amnesty, this is for you. If you have no idea what Tax Amnesty is, this is also for you. And so we're going to get started there. What is tax amnesty? So tax amnesty is basically your chance at hitting the reset button when it comes to taxes. What does the reset button mean? This means you have penalties, you have interest, you have fines, you have unfiled taxes, you have outstanding tax obligations that have accrued mountains and mountains of penalties. This is for you, because you're getting the chance at scrapping all that off, the penalties, interests, and fines, not the obligation, because dude, that's yours. You have to pay for that, So you get the chance to start at zero, a clean slate, a fresh start with a tax compliance. So how the tax amnesty works, this is a program that's constantly, or rather, this is the second time it's being introduced, where you get a chance to clear all your penalties and interest from 2023 December going backwards. This means if you have penalties in 2024 from January to December, or even this month, amnesty is not applicable to you. But if you have penalties, interest, fines, backwards, that is, can be 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, you get a chance to hit a reset button with amnesty. So amnesty is for everyone, so long as you're a taxpayer. There's no discrimination, whether you're individual or business or anything that you're doing. So long as you have a PIN, you have some penalties, tax amnesty is for you. As well, tax amnesty has no discrimination on the kind of obligations. So whether it's the annual tax obligations, this is the one that people call June returns, but again, it's not a June affair. You can file anytime from there, but I'm not going to address that today because that's a whole topic on its own. You get a chance to file to get amnesty. If you have pay, that's the monthly taxes that you fail to pay, or you have some penalties and interest that are running, you get a chance to apply for the amnesty as well. So we have pay, VAT, we have income tax, we have rental income. Basically, if it's a tax obligation and there's a penalty, amnesty applies. So who does it apply to, or who will benefit from this? There could be a couple of situations that resulted in you having a penalty. My favorite one, students, because why are we being told to get a PIN and no one is explaining to you why you're getting a PIN? Seriously, someone needs to do better and tell us the consequences of this thing. So you got a KRA PIN, just like you are getting an ID, but at least you know the purpose of your ID. KRA PIN, but not for me, that one to cover. You got a KRA PIN, and then now no one told you that you're meant to file your returns every year as a student, which basically means you file nil returns because you're not earning. But if you're earning and you are giving someone your KRA PIN, you should have been filing your returns. But for those people who purely didn't make any money or were not earning in campus, you just had a PIN because it was a requirement. Now you've finished campus, or someone told you halfway through campus that you should have been filing your returns and you have penalties, don't worry, amnesty will help you. So what you need to do first, if you haven't filed your returns, please rush to iTax, update those nil returns, and then apply for amnesty. If you don't have penalties, if you don't have obligations, ideally there's meant to be what KRA calls automatic amnesty. But again, systems fail. So what I'd advise you to do is go and prompt that amnesty. For people who just have penalties, go to KRA under iTax. You'll find a tab called payment registration. Once you click on that, you'll be able to see a list of all the obligations that you have outstanding, and you can just register 1 shilling. 1 shilling, my friend. Whether it's 10,000, whether it's 2,000, it doesn't matter the amount of penalty, 1 shilling clears it per obligation. So you have, let's say, 5 years where you didn't file returns and now you're updating them. If you're an individual, you have 10K, that's 2,000 per year. You'll just pay 10 shillings and your penalties will be cleared. Honestly, it's 10 shillings. Please rush and do that. Second group of people who amnesty applies, let's say you got VAT. You know those times when people used to register for VAT because apparently it made your business seem more legit or bigger than it is? Honestly, I don't know who was giving people that information, but you registered for VAT, maybe because you're planning to apply for a tender or something of the sort. And then now the tender business didn't go through and you have VAT, or you haven't been filing, or rather along the way you figured, oh, I should have been filing nil returns, and then you started and you got 1,000,001 emails from KRA telling you demand notice, penalty this, penalty that. Don't freak out. Or rather, if you freaked out, oh well, we are here now. Let's work on that. So you check your account and you have penalties from 2020. I like to reference 2020 because I know a lot of business went through the most with the COVID era. So you didn't have any business in 2020, in 2021, and then things started moving in 2022. But now, because you went to COVID and assumed iTax went for COVID break as well, so you didn't file any returns, you have penalties. Now you have 120,000 of VAT in 2020, another 120,000 2021, and then you still missed some filing in 2022. So you have like 300K in penalties. And honestly, I can definitely see the amount of places you can put that 300K to build your business. So you've just been there, at times missing out on opportunities because you don't have a tax compliance. Amnesty is for you. You just need to go back, apply for the, again, payment registration of 1 shilling, and all those penalties will be cleared. Remember, so long as it's 2023 December and backwards, and it's just penalty, late filing, late payment, but no obligation, just 1 shilling per obligation will clear that out. So if it was the 300, because that was 30 months, then 30 shillings and your obligations will clear. Pretty simple process. iTax, payment registration, register a shilling, you get a slip, you make the payment. If you don't know how to do that, don't worry, reach out to me. I'll help you guys with that. Again, so number 2, missed filings, updated, penalties lying around. So many, you look at them and wonder, oh my God, if only I had that amount of money, the number of things I could change my business with. This is your chance to have that gone and use that money wisely if you didn't have it, or rather plan for it and put it in your finances and grow your business. The next person is someone who you had obligations and you were late for one reason or another. Again, 2020 or any other time, because we all know business cash flow can be tricky sometimes. So you filed for VAT, but that amount for VAT, you used it for something else in the hope that you'll invest in this business, or rather you'll put it there and then money will come back. It didn't, and now you have obligations that are pending and looking at you, and interest that have mounted because you get a 2% interest or 5% interest. I'm so sorry, at times I forget. There are just too many jargons to remember all of them. But it's accruing an interest for every single month that you're not paying. So today, let's say you have some penalties or some obligation from 2020, which you did not file or which you did not pay. So 2% has been accruing since 2020, right? Right now, your obligation was 100,000 in VAT. Now it's like, let's work with a random figure of 40,000. So if you take advantage of Amnesty, you're only going to pay the 100K. The 40,000 in penalties will be forgiven. And it's not just about the 40,000. You get to pay the 100,000 in bits. That is, you have between now, it's January, so it's a good time to organize yourself. You have between now and June to pay. But it's not just automatic, honestly. You need to make an application to get the payment plan. So you can decide, I want to pay the 100K in 3 months. I want to pay the 100K in 4 months. I want to pay the 100K in 5 months. Of course, there's the caveat because 5 months is the maximum because we're talking about now and June. So if you go and apply for the Amnesty today and get the payment plan, you'll need to start making payments immediately. And then by the time you're getting to June, then 40K, you don't have to pay, but 100K you've paid and you're good. And the good thing is, KRA can be good people sometimes. I know you don't want me to tell you that because you have so much beef with KRA, but honestly, if you need a TCC today and you apply for the payment plan and you make one payment, so long as you commit to pay the rest, and please honestly pay the rest, because I know Kenyans, you'll get that tax compliance and just be like, you know what, deuces, forgetting you'll need the tax compliance a year from now. So if you pay that first money and then you're meant to pay the rest, then you can be able to talk to your tax manager and they'll help you get your TCC the right way. See, the Kenyan way. I know you people, not the Kenyan way, the right way. Just write them an email. Here's my payment plan. This is the payment I've made. I need a tax compliance for one reason or another. And I can tell you this with confidence because I helped several clients with this last year and they were able to get a tax compliance certificate while they still have debt, but they continued to pay. You see? Good stuff. KRA, I'm not defending you. It's just facts. I'm working with facts and the way things honestly just operate. Yeah, so those are, we have students, we have people who forgot to file their returns, we have people who had obligation and cash flow issues, so they didn't file. And then there's this other special category of people that I honestly at times feel so bad for you, where someone registered for you an obligation without your knowledge. So you wake up one day and find you, as an individual who's never owned a business for a single day in your life, have VAT, and you've had VAT for the last 5 years. It's always hilarious. That's why you don't go to cyber people to register your tax returns, honestly. Find a consultant. There's a reason why they are consultants. No beef for the cyber people, they're in their hustle. But make sure whoever is doing your taxes or any tax work understands and gets you onto the right obligation. Because I've seen so many situations where someone has VAT obligation in their PIN and they're an individual or they were a student, or someone has pay in their PIN, again, never owned a business, never been an employer, or rental. In fact, this is the biggest culprit of this story, where you have rental income, you've never owned property, you're aspiring to be a rent person in the future and have some properties, but for now you don't have anything, but you have this obligation in your PIN that's accruing interest. So Amnesty represents a chance for you to file all this, because unfortunately you still need to file, and then remove this obligation. So if you needed to remove that obligation today, you'd have to make all the payments. You'd have to file, then make payments. But with Amnesty, you can do the filing, apply for Amnesty, then apply for the obligation removal. Again, whole other topic, but you don't have to feel stressed about having this obligation in your PIN forever. Amnesty presents you a chance to have that obligation removed. Yeah. My highlight of it, or a reminder to you, is please take advantage of this now. Rush to your iTax now. If you have an accountant, talk to them now. If you have a consultant, talk to them now. If you have a guy who files your taxes, because it's always a guy. I don't know why you guys don't just get a full guy. Why is it a guy who does your taxes? You should question yourself about that. But anyways, talk to them, or rather you can talk to me. And I'll see you next time. Please, if you like this, hit subscribe, hit like, hit share, and keep it in touch. I'll be coming with more goodies for you. Thank you.